Hello dear YouTubers, discoverers of truth and its seekers. Today we will discuss the story of Sodom and Gomorrah throughout the eyes of the Sumerians. It will not be a story close to what we know so far, what we were implanted in, and what we were taught. Here's that story. In the 24th year, according to the biblical account, 2024 BC, Abraham camped near city of Hebron at the age of 99. Suddenly, three divine beings appeared in front of his tent. Abraham did not see where they came from, nor did he see them at once. But once their presence was registered by him, he bowed to them and invited them to stay. The divine guests ate and rested until dusk. During the conversation, one of Abraham's guests said, "I will certainly visit you next year, and then your wife will have a son." However, promising Abraham an heir was not the only reason for visiting Abraham. They set out from there and headed for Sodom, and Abraham went with them. And the Lord said, "Shall I hide from Abraham what I am about to do?" Thus the Lord revealed the purpose of the divine journey, that a great cry is heard against Sodom and Gomorrah. Their sin is very great. I will go and see if they have acted in all things according to the cry that came to me. I need to know. Realizing that defeat could be averted, Abraham adopted the tactic of argument to exhaustion. "Perhaps there are 50 righteous in this city. Will you also destroy them? Suffer not thou to do such a thing, to slay the righteous together with the ungodly. Should he who is the judge of all the earth not apply the law?" So Abraham bargained with the Lord about it until they came down to 10 righteous to whom Sodom and Gomorrah could be saved. Then the Lord's companions, called in the Bible Malachim, which is translated as angels and really means messengers, came to Sodom to verify the accusations against the city. And there Lot, sitting by the gate of the city, recognizing the newcomers, offered them a place to stay. The people of the city, hearing of their arrival, surrounded the house. They sent out for Lot to lead out his visitors to play. Hearing of this, the Malachim cursed the gathering, making them blind. Seeing that from all of the inhabitants of Sodom, only Lot was righteous, Sodom's fate was sealed. At dawn, the messengers heard Lot to flee, ordering his wife and 2 unmarried daughters to be taken with him. But when he lingered, they took him by the hand and his wife and his daughters, so Yahweh would spare him, and they put him outside the city. In Anunnaki history, the conflict that took place in the city of Sodom is described in the Epic of Ira. This Ira, Nergal, came into conflict with Marduk, who sat on the throne of Babylon. Nergal, in the council of the gods, advised to use force to remove Marduk. Enki was the father of both Nergal and Marduk, however sided with the firstborn son Marduk. Now that Prince Marduk has risen, and all the people have raised his statue for the second time, what does Ira still oppose him? At last, losing his patience, Enki ordered Nergal to go. Irritated, Nergal returned to his kingdom with the resolve to use deadly weapons. "I will destroy these countries, turn them to ashes, turn cities into deserts, flatten mountains, exterminate animals, wipe people from the face of the earth, and their souls will turn to steam." When Marduk informed his father Enki about Nergal's intentions. Then the gods gathered for a meeting, but the final decision was left to Anu, who decided to have mercy on the country. In the following description, Ninurta, the son of Enlil, uses the same words that Abraham used in the Bible. "Brave Ira, will you destroy the just with the unjust? Will you destroy those who have sinned against you, along with those who have not sinned against you?" By the persuasion of Ninurta, and after a long heated discussion, Nergal modified his plan. The destruction will be selective. The tactical objective will be to destroy cities where Marduk could be hiding. Destroy his greatest prey, the spaceport, the place where the great ascend. After the plan was revealed, Ninurta was speechless, yet Enlil and Anu consented. The hero Nergal went first by Ninurta. Remembering his words, Ninurta also went, according to his word and with a heavy heart. Ninurta to the supreme mountain headed. The terrible 7 weapons followed him. To the highest mountain Nergal came. Raised his hand, the mountain was crushed. He then wiped the plain of the highest mountain clean, leaving not a single stump in its forests. So with a single nuclear weapon strike, the spaceport was annihilated. The mountain with its control devices were hidden was destroyed, and the landing pad was obliterated. At that time, during the reign of the previous king, conditions changed. Good is gone, suffering has become the norm. Lord of the gods raised his anger. He roared with indignation, he gave an order. The gods left that place. The 2 who were eager to commit evil pushed the guardians of the place aside. Its protectors ascended to the dome of heaven. Enlil, who ruled the skies, was filled with anger. The destroyers have taken up the evil thought again. He who scorches with fire Ninurta, and he who smites with evil wind Nergal, their evil together did. These 2 made the gods flee. The gods fled from the burning of the earth. What was raised by Anu to set in motion, they cast into oblivion's shadow. The face of that faded, the place they desolate. And thus the spaceport over which the Anunnaki had fought many wars was annihilated. The cities that were destroyed were Nippur, the landing place, Ur and Eridu, southern Mesopotamia. Then the Sumerian civilization ceased to exist, which according to Zecharia Sitchin, his team of researchers, along with researchers such as Rudolf Jacobsen, came to a mysterious end. The disaster unknown to man fell to the land of Sumer, one he had never seen before, one he couldn't resist. As the ominous storm from the city departed, Enki checked Eridu. The inhabitants were piled on top of each other. The survivors came to him in despair. "O Enki, the city has been cursed, an inhuman land has become." But Enki only told them to flee. The verdict of fate cannot be changed. Ur is granted kingship, eternal reign was not granted. From the old days when Sumer was founded till today when people multiplied, has anyone seen the endless kingdom? And so, once more we can find the origins of a story that is a vast text with many earlier translations and much more content that we have learned from nowadays books. This is certainly not an enthusiastic version, and perhaps this is where the later changes in religious texts came from, to give people hope, as in the oldest ones, man was of a little importance in the face of the power of the visitors from Nibiru. Thank you for watching, I invite you to subscribe and like, and see you next time.